I know it's been a long time since I put up a video. I've been really quite busy with uni work. But anyway, I've got a bit of spare time on my hands, so I'll chuck up the next recipe that I had in the works, and it's butter chicken. I've got a recipe for butter chicken. It was the first sort of time that I've made a good authentic butter chicken, using a lot of spices, so it really turned out quite nice and I enjoyed it, so I hope you guys do too. Sweet as, what we're going to do first is grab a large skillet. I'm going to whack this onto a nice high heat. Make sure our pan's really hot before we stick on our oil. And into this oil we're just going to fry off 2 large chicken breasts that I've diced up. We're going to fry these till you get a nice light coloured browning on the outside of it. Don't want to overcook them, otherwise they'll become tough and rubbery. With our chicken done, we're just going to give it a light salt and pepper. And we're going to take this off the heat and into it. Just stick it aside at the moment. Now in the same pan, don't wash it. We've got these nice lovely chicken flavours in there. I'm going to stick in around a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of butter. We're just going to let these melt. And once it's melted, we're going to stick in our fragrant spices. Right, so the first of the spices we're going to add is 2 teaspoons of Garam Masala, followed by 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. Now I've got just powdered ginger. If you've got fresh ginger, grate it up. This is fantastic. If you've got fresh ginger, I'm all out. And just give this a bit of stir around. And finally we're going to stick in 2 teaspoons of ground coriander. I've had coriander seeds that I've just bashed up. Ground coriander is fine. And to finish things off, we're going to stick in 1 cinnamon quill. We're just going to give this a nice mix around in the butter, and you should get this really lovely fragrant smell coming out in your kitchen. Okay, once our spice mixture has been on a high heat for about a minute, we're going to stick our chicken into this spice mixture and make sure our chicken's really well coated in this spice mixture. Once this is done, we're going to stick in a can of tomato puree. So I've got 400 grams of tomato puree or tomato paste that I'm going to spoon in, followed by a tablespoon of brown sugar. This will just add a nice sweetness to it. You can balance it out later with a little bit of salt, but stick with 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. And following that, we're going to stick in 1/4 cup of plain unsweetened natural yogurt. It's simple as that. And we're just going to give this a bit of a mix around before we stick in our cream. Now I've opted to use a can of coconut cream, but if you don't want to use coconut cream, you can use normal cream, that's fine. So it's around 300 milliliters of cream that I've used. Okay, that's pretty much it. All we're going to do is grab a spatula and give everything a nice stir around, let everything incorporate and come to heat, and then we can grab a spoon. And the most important thing with cooking is taste testing. So just grab a little bit of the sauce, see what it needs. My opinion, mine needs a little bit more sugar, so stick in about a teaspoon of sugar. And finally, the last sort of step you want to do is stick in the juice of 1 lemon. It'll give it a nice zestiness and a nice bitterness as well to the actual sauce. So like I said, check for salt, pepper, any other the spices you think might need to be added. But other than that, that's your authentic butter chicken done and dusted. Now it's up to you how you want to serve it. I typically serve curries with a little bit of rice on the side, and I've also made some naan bread. I've got a recipe coming for the naan bread, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I look forward to hearing your comments about what you do a little bit differently or what I've done wrong or whatever. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.